And so our next game is Epifrog. This is going to be a preview of Epifrog. So before I go further, let me just go ahead and say that the following live stream footage of Epifrog is actually a preview of the game. Therefore, it is important to note that the footage you see may or may not be featured in the final version of the game, and that there may be some noticeable bugs in the game, like the starting screen not having music, which is kind of strange there. This is going to be available on PC through Steam, and I do want to take the time to thank the developer for reaching out and providing me with a copy of Epifrog to play for this preview on tonight's stream. So I tried this with controller earlier, and the controls for controller were a little odd. So I'm actually going to go ahead this time around, and I'm going to try it with, see if I can do keyboard and mouse and see if it'll register, because it wouldn't register keyboard and mouse earlier. Like, yeah, it's not registering keyboard and mouse. So I don't know if it's one of those games. So I'm going to unplug controller real quick and see. And it does not register the keyboard at all. But it is supposed to be able to use keyboard. So we will go and we will try to use the controller, because I tried it earlier and I had issues. So, like, normally when you select with the keyboard, normally, or with the controller, normally it would be A. It is not working. So I think it's going to be B. No, Y. So it's Y. So, if I'm not mistaken, what I think has happened is that the controls are inverted. But I'm not 100% sure, because also when you usually back out with a controller, it's usually the B button, but sadly that's not working either. So again, we're gonna hit Y. And see, it even tells you that you're supposed to be able to use keyboard. I also find it interesting that the controller scheme that they are using is for a PlayStation controller, or even a generic gamepad that's based off of the PlayStation, and not the actual, like, Xbox controller, which is interesting. Nice to meet you, Epifrog. The old prophecy is fulfilled, and finally the chosen one is here. Luckily, you managed to get away from evil God's greedy hands. I'm certain that you are wondering what's next, and whether you are not, I'm gonna tell you. Your prime goal is to protect the tadpole swimming in the ancient magic pond statue. As soon as you put your feet on the ground, it awakens and gives the faith to other frogs that they can get away from God's hands. They are following your path and running away to the magic pond. Please take maximum care of the tadpoles. If there is no one left in the statue, it will fall asleep forever. You and your friends will lose the chance to restore frog civilization, and your life will end. When the sun goes down, the worst of the worst wake up, the Umans. Their main target is to eat your tadpoles up, and they will destroy everything on their way. During the day, you have to prepare the village for the night so it can resist whatever will come. As an excellent warrior, you know that one cannot win the war by himself. To succeed, you need troops. The tadpoles that run away and now are in the magic pond are ready to manage your orders. All they need is a bit of magic, love, and frog iron. Thanks to that, your tadpoles will grow into strong and faithful frogs. Now go and fulfill your destiny. Craft the first building, form a team from loyal frogs, and dig into yummy frog berries. I hope everything is ribbit. Good luck. And then because the controls are... Okay, so it is time to form your squad. I hope you're ready. All the frogs that you invite to the party mode act like fans toward their beloved idol. They'll follow you everywhere everywhere and do whatever you tell them to do. As their commander, you have the power to give them commands. To do that, you have to press left trigger and one of the 4 action buttons. The fence is triangle, which I'm hoping is Y. The frogs will stay on their positions, and if the enemy approaches, they will attack. The run command is O, which I'm hoping is B. X should be A, and then triangle again. And this was the problem that I had. Like, this was the issue that I had. I didn't... Because it doesn't seem like the controls work very well. Like, the only control that seems like I can't hit left trigger, it doesn't register. And the only 2 that seem to work are Y and A. I bet you are curious why it's so empty around here. Okay, we don't have any buildings, right? No, I don't want to sacrifice any of them. That's horrible. And I don't have those. So it's a little strange, I will say. I can't build that because I, again, don't have anything to build with. Okay, let's see. And then that looks like that's about it, but it doesn't explain exactly how to play, and with the controls being kind of odd. Like, I have nothing to sacrifice. But yeah, because of the controls are so strange, it makes this one a little difficult to play. And so I wanted to pretty much show that off a bit, so that the developers could have something to work with. Because it's asking, like I said, I hit left trigger on the Xbox controller, it doesn't work. So it's not set up for an Xbox controller. And the keyboard controls don't work either. So there are some things that need to be, the controls really need to be worked on in order to make this game kind of come to life, basically. Because right now, I can't do a lot of the things because I can't control the characters because it's not set up for my controller. And then again, when I try to use keyboard and mouse, that also did not work, so we are going to end the footage there. And again, this is still being developed. So, you know, like I said, I only recorded it just so the developers could have footage of what, you know, what issues I ran into with the game. But again, this is Epifrog. It is going to be available on PC through Steam. And as I said before, again, remember that the following live stream footage of Epifrog is actually a preview of the game. Therefore, it is important to know that the footage you see may or may not be featured in the final version of the game, and that there may be some noticeable bugs in the game. In this case, the controls not working is a big bug. But the art style is beautiful and the music is great. I just wish I could actually play the game. But again, I still do want to take the time to thank the developer for bringing the game to my attention, and giving me a copy of the game to play on tonight's stream.